Today's story. So we're talking about beloved Rabbi Zusha. So here is the first story that Rabbi Glukowski, the Toronto boy who was the shliach in Rehovot, and one of the Rabbonim, the Chabad Rabbonim in Yisrael, Big Rav, Mashpia, who was a mushba. Rabbi Zusha was his mashpia. So he writes like this. Here's really interesting. The background on the last Shabbos, I remember this very well. I was in Australia still, but in the year 1974, Tafshlan Medalid. So the Rebbe announced he's going to send 4 groups of Talmidim Shluchim that will travel to strengthen yeshivas around the world. Yavne v'Chachamel, that was the campaign then. And connected it also to the Mitzvah of Bayis, Mali Svarim, Yavne v'Chachamel, that's one of the campaigns. The yeshivas were Montreal, Brunois, Teres Emes in Yerushalayim, and Timchet Timim in Mikvah Chabad. Till then, the only place that there had been shluchim was to Australia. And that started in 1967. And now the Rebbe was broadening it, and that's the whole thing started of shluchim going to yeshivas, which continues today. So he says, I merited to be among, the Rebbe handpicked these people, more or less. So Dan Holo submitted them, but he approved. To the Kvutz, to going to Kfar Chabad. Now it was supposed to be for 2 years, but Lepeil, after a year, he says, I and Bzush Alperovich, who's now a mashpia somewhere in Yisrael, so we were sent to, as a kvutza, to found the yeshiva in Seattle. It doesn't exist now, but for a good number of years, Chaim learned there. He was a shliach there. Anyway, so there he said, I learned for 2 years, till Lamed Ches, where this time I returned to Yisrael, and that's when the Rebbe sent then 3 groups that the Rebbe sent in Lamed Vav, Lamed Zayin, Lamed Ches, to Yisrael, some married Bochrim, on a one-way ticket, and they're the Shluchim that came from America in those years to Yisrael. And Leizer was part of that group. And Leizer was part of which group? The first group that was sent, yeah, as a Bocher. Anyway, background. And that's the first Shabbos that we arrived at this Erev Shabbos. So the yeshiva, so he's going to Kfar Chabad as a Bocher. This is 1974, 75. So the yeshiva announces that we're going to the Kvutza, the Shluchim are going to Daven Shachris by the KOTEL. This is a story, a Fabrengen story, but anyway, Rabbi Zusha joins the group, and the whole time that we're davening, he's not davening, he's writing. I told you he was rarely seen davening. He did. But he's the partisan, he's got his own, it doesn't fight. It's higher than the orderly script, at any rate. So he's writing, but what is he writing? He's writing reports to the Rebbe all the time. After davening, he goes up to all of us and says, this is what it is. It's a pan for all the shluchim, that they should be successful in their shlichus, and we should all sign it and put it in the KOTEL. It's a pidyon nefesh for the KOTEL. And he's a pan. So I said to him, what is this? We write to the Rebbe a pan. No. The KOTEL, we put a kvittel. No. So Rabbi Zusha said, the source in Torah for davening in Mekoyim HaKadoshim is Kalev ben Yefuneh, who went to daven in Hebron. And what did he daven for? That he should not fall into the trap of the Meraglim. From here we learn, says Rabbi Zusha, when it comes to bracha, bana, chaim, mezoina, health, and so on, for that you turn to the Rebbe, Moishe Rabbeinu. But to have the connection to Moishe Rabbeinu, the etzem iskashrus, to be matzlich in the shlichus, this Kalev asked in Hebron. And that's what he says about Chassidim when they go to Mekoyim HaKadoshim. What are they asking? That they should remain strong on the Eskashrus and carry out the shlichus faithfully. Unique take of Reb Zusha. And then he adds over here another story. He says when he wrote to the Rebbe, he actually never asked for advice or a bracha for anything. Only asked for instructions in the shlichus. And Loken Misakdoshim is the bracha that I should be faithful to the shlichus. A wonderful day, everybody.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.